Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I made a video of a 6.4 Power Stroke cab removal that I did, and I took various different shots, and it's been a process learning how to put all these together and edit and everything. So I didn't want to take too long for sharing it because I thought it was really cool. So I'm gonna record it in a different way. I'm gonna narrate it. I did lose audio in the video a couple times, so I'll be here to tell you exactly what's going on there. And there's a couple of times where the compressor in our shop kicked on and it was hard to hear me as well. I'll also be fast forwarding a few parts that are just not necessary. You're just watching me work or wrench. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and the subscribe, and y'all enjoy. Well, guys, we got us a truck here, and I chose this job right here to film because this is gonna be one of the most coolest jobs that you'll get to do, if you get into the diesel wood business. At first I thought it was an injector because of the light blue smoke and knocking, sometimes it's a fuel knock. I also have a pretty good sized puddle forming down there as the truck's running. I do have check engine light and it's saying there's a miss on a couple of cylinders, which we'll have to check out, but it's a 6.4 Power Stroke, and we're going to be lifting the cab off of this sucker so that we can get into the engine. Well, that's going to require getting all this out of the way, everything disconnected from air to air, the reservoir, radiator, everything, so that all this goes disconnect. We gotta take all this out as well, disconnect everything away from the front of the truck so that all this comes up with the cab. It's gonna be one of the coolest videos, I think, because it's gonna give you an idea of where you're headed. I've never done this before up until 6 months to 8 months ago. I started doing this at 1 tons, and man, y'all, it's been so freaking interesting. Like I said before, I've been mostly an 18-wheeler guy, but these not just anybody knows how to work on these trucks right here. They're pretty freaking difficult. So let's get to it. So right here, guys, I'm going to spend most of this time disconnecting hoses and disconnecting fuel lines, coolant lines, vacuum lines, all kinds of different stuff that I need to get disconnected, just so that the reservoir and the battery box can come out. Period. You know what I mean? Just so I can, because this the reservoir has hoses connected at the bottom, so you got to get stuff away just to disconnect that. And then there's stuff behind the reservoir that you'll see what I'm talking about. Eventually, I'll show you here in a little bit a closer up view. But for right now, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. Me wrenching. Ain't no reason to see ugliness. Let me get up here. And what I'm doing is I'm fast forwarding it right to where I'm actually taking out the reservoir. Fast forward a little more. We're going to get here to where I'm actually going to show you what all I disconnected. Alright guys, well, I don't want y'all to think I got a little too ahead of y'all. So basically we got a battery box that's connected with the reservoir out of here. Had bolts here, here, and there's two right here. I did have this hose right here connected to the reservoir, so you will have to remove this. Couple of battery cables that went to it as well. Here you'll have to remove coolant hose that goes from here to here. You'll also have to remove a power steering fluid hose. Looks like everything else could go with the cab, you know. Right here, if you notice down there, there's a bolt that you're gonna have to get out for the steering wheel. And then for your brake fluid chamber situation here, just take two nuts off. You do have 1, 2, 3 wires, so you'll have to disconnect. Leave with them. Alright. This air-to-air pipe, just disconnect it from right here. It will come up with the cab. So this is just a little bit. I didn't want to get too far ahead of y'all. Alright. Be back with y'all shortly. Guys, before we go in a little further, I just want to let you know this is the first time that I did this job by myself. I usually help. Like I said, I've only been doing 1-tons for about 6 to 8 months, so I didn't expect to tackle this cab removal on my own. So I did have to go back to the driver's side about 2 or 3 times because I forgot a few things, and we'll be going back to it with the camera, but I just wanted to let y'all know. I'll be showing y'all stuff that I forgot to disconnect as I move along to the other side as well. I'll be back with y'all shortly. You guys, got this other side done. I did have to get those 2 lines over there disconnected also, that are over there by the... Them 2 lines right there. Side of the cab over there. See them off? The firewall. There is a ground wire also. You'll have to catch. I'll get y'all over there in a little bit. Now we're going to be coming to this side. And we're going to start taking this side apart. I'm going to fast forward me taking off this side over here on this, but I just want to let you know, first thing usually I do is the air filter and the ducting. That's the first thing that goes, you know, and from there, darn it, sorry about it. Anyways, from there, I go to the battery. So I start getting all this out of the way. I'm going to fast forward it because all I'm going to be doing is moving some of that stuff with the tools. And alright. Yeah, this was pretty, actually this was a big learning experience for me. Had never done something like this, and even here at my shop I had only assisted, so this was a first on my own. So I'm telling y'all, it's possible, guys. I'm telling y'all, it's possible. So coming back to our driver's side, I did have to disconnect these 2 connections that were here. These 2 right here, and this one right here as well. They're in the same harness. Okay. Look to these right here. There's a small one inner fenders out. Right here, out of this module right there is where one of that harness comes out, and then behind the spring here, I'll show you here in a minute, is where the other two go connected. They are in the same harness, so I just kind of moved them behind all the way out and got them out of the way so that when I go up with the cab, they're nowhere near. Alright, so those right there, those connections right there is where I disconnected them from. So like I said, there are going to be two over here and then one down here. And you're going to just remove the whole harness all the way out and about. You will have to remove both inner fenders. Both inner fenders are going to be crucial for you to be able to get everything out of the way. Emergency brake cable. And the shifter linkages for the transmission. Side. First thing I took off was the air filter and ducting. And right here. This right here, I disconnected it from the turbo and just swung it kind of around. These right here, I connected to the ducting also, or these. I had to disconnect this one from the computer. And this one, right here. I didn't have to disconnect this top one, but I did disconnect it so that I could take this bottom one off on the heater cord. So you can see, this one didn't necessarily have to come off because it stays on the cab. This one doesn't. Make sure you return your caps after you recover them. Right here. Make sure you return your caps. But you'll have to disconnect AC line right here and AC line right there. On the batteries, you'll have to disconnect these. They come. It's positive. It's like 3 of them. One here, here. Vacuum line right here. Comes disconnected. I took the cleaner fender on this side also. It helps a lot because when you take the battery box out, you do have the washer fluid tank connected to it, so you have a sensor on that and some lines that you'll have to disconnect. The sensor for the reservoir. Also disconnect. There. You wrap it. Front side, you'll have a hose here. This is the front side of the truck, y'all. Connection goes there. Over here. I still gotta get this one off. So right here, let me briefly go back for a second. This is gonna be the front. On the driver's side, you're gonna have a hose and a plug switch right here, you know. And then connection and a hose. And then on the passenger side, you're gonna have 2 oil hoses, one for the radiator and one for this cooler right here as well. So you have to take them both off. Right here I lost audio, but what I'm pointing out is the lower radiator hose. I forgot to take that lower radiator hose. And under the cab on the passenger side, there's a ground wire. Alright, you'll need to remove it and make sure you put all your bolts and nuts back on where they go. I'm pointing out right now to the transmission. I disconnected the shifter, but I put the bolts back in the transmission. So I'm not going to have no trouble finding them. That takes up a lot of time. You need all the time possible so you can, get the job in and out. So make sure you put your bolts and all your nuts and everything back to where they, screw them back on and whatever. And when you guys go back together, everything's going to be falling in place. So right here, by this time, I've already got everything disconnected. Now, I'm explaining how sometimes the cab bolts are easy to come out, but sometimes you'll have to open the door, take the trim where you step onto to get into the truck, and lift the carpet up to put a backup wrench or socket so that the bolt can come out from the bottom of the truck. So in this case, I didn't have no problem. They came out easily. But I have had trouble with them before. And right now, as you notice, the cab's going up, bump at a time, bump, bump, bump. You want to go up slow. Whatever your process is to lifting cabs. In this case, right now I'm in the shop, so I have a lift. So I'm just bumping it up, going around the truck, checking everything, make sure I ain't got nothing caught up. Make sure everything's free. I did have the overhead lamp that I hook up to the hood of the truck still in the air, so I had to get up there and take that sucker down. But other than that, everything was disconnected, guys. This thing was went up in the air, bump by bump by bump, and that was it. That was it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. The video. Right here, I'm just going around, back and forth, one bump at a time every time I'm bumping it up. And then I realized that I had left the light up on the hood, the light bar. So I had to get up there and take it down. But that was it. The cab is in the air. And if you notice, I had uploaded already a 6.4 engine break into diagnostic video up before. Like I said, this has been a learning process and they kind of fell out of place. But I'm finally getting this up there. This is one of my favorite videos because I think this is really, really, really freaking cool. I've never done something like this before. So I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. I sure do. Try to share whatever I can as far as knowledge that I'm acquiring to just, this is what you're going to be looking forward to, This is just some cool ass stuff, man. Just as cool as can be. See, this cab is off. You can see the transmission. You can see the engine. And once you go into the 6.4 engine break into diagnostic video, you'll see this cab up in the air, and then I'll be opening this engine right here. I appreciate y'all support, guys. Please give me a like, subscribe if you like it. Comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions of everything, I will post a link to the actual video, the original here that I'm copying right now. So we'll post that, but it will not be edited. It won't be fast forwarded, and sometimes it'll be hard here as well. So, but you'll be able to see a little more up close a few things that you weren't able to see here. I appreciate y'all, guys. Like the video, subscribe, and let me see what I got for y'all next. I got something else coming up next, and you're gonna like it. Y'all have a good night.